breakup.
Mhm.
But women, not the independent women in the chat room, but women go into relationships thinking they're gonna be with the dude. He gonna be my man. We gonna get married. Men go into
Well,
relationships saying she fine, I'm gonna fuck her, or she's fine enough where I'm gonna fuck her now.
well,
Now there are women that men want to marry, but they're those pictures that you see come around in Facebook groups, but you never know them in real life. They're the pictures that Chief Rocker post in Group Me that we don't really know for real. That he don't know. Women he don't know. Honorable Deacon,
The
why
thing
do
about it is,
okay?
well, I kind of agree with you. Men do go into relationships thinking more sexually than women do. You're absolutely right. In most cases, I'm pretty sure that's what I've done. There have been a few that I could have said, well, okay, I can see me going a little further. But she became batshit crazy, and that's where it ended. When a woman tells you that she's pregnant, it hits you like a knife to the heart, a brick to the head. And like you said, this is a lifelong commitment that you have just bonded with that particular woman. It has happened to me multiple times, so I know the feeling. Cold chills, the whole nine. It wasn't a planned procedure. It did happen. God interceded and said, you two need to be, tied together by this one life. And I understand that, because of our actions, it had to happen. But I can't say that I've just wanted to marry people too often. And I'm pretty sure guys don't. Most of the guys I know here won't even think about it. It's like cursing them out, basically. It's the curse, But the reality of it is, when you're ready, you're ready. If you're not, you're not.
Well, if I'm saying this we because I'm in the same situation as you okay,
I
we
understand.
both are knowledgeable of the fact that
Hmm.
if we put our penises in a woman without protection, there's a chance that she's going to get pregnant. So,
exactly.
my question to you is, how does it hit you like a brick?
Just those words, I'm pregnant. It sends you hurling through time, through space, looking at this person that you're going to be looking at for the rest of her life in some fashion or form.
It's
Yeah.
just sad.
It's just the reality of it.
You shouldn't sleep with that woman raw. If you don't think that you might want to be with this lady, you don't need to be going raw.
Well,
Fuck that shit.
like I said, it's just the reality of the game. It's the reality of nature. We as animals sometimes give in to our sexual cravings. You're not thinking with rational thoughts.
At 40 plus?
Well, now I'm basically celibate. I mean, I periodically talk to women, but like not now, but earlier on in life,
So Vanessa, are you saying that you have only fucked dudes or that you've only fucked or gotten pregnant with someone that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with?
Tell the truth, saying the devil.
On one occasion, yeah. But on the first one, I
On
knew
one occasion.
there wasn't a possibility. And that wasn't, but we were together for like 2.5 years.
Sometimes in relationships, after 2.5 years, you have to ask yourself, what else is there to do? Let's produce a beautiful child together. Let's produce a love child together. Some shit like that.
No.
Okay. Just threw a
And
shot.
see, that's the difference in a lot of relationships. Like my first sexual relationship, she got pregnant. My first experience with sex, she got pregnant. And so my view of everything else is kind of tilted.
My
You
first
know what I mean?
experience, she was pregnant. I didn't know. And then 6 months later, she tried to say I was the daddy.
And you weren't?
Fuck no, she was pregnant when she dropped that pussy on me.
Well, see, sound like you should have been more mindful of that pussy. You shouldn't have been
I didn't know
going
nothing about
raw.
pussy. I didn't know nothing about pussy. I didn't know where to put it.
Well,
I
you
didn't
need
know
to
nothing.
educate yourself on some of this stuff before you do it.
Shit, that's what you were there for. You were a classmate. You should
I
have
didn't
given us
know. I didn't
guidance.
know what you had going on.
Shit.
I didn't get pregnant until I was 27, my first baby.
Shit, my first child was 16.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
that right there. You didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, well, on certain levels, I guess, yeah.
Well,
It happens, you know. Life lesson. And we move on.
let's see. Vince is driving, so he can't chat. Be careful. And Vince, where's the first lady tonight? She was great last week. And let's see. Yolanda says those words would send me hurling through space at 40 plus. Spicy says that she wants a love child.
Hush your mouth.
No, you don't, Spicy.
Adopt, Spicy. Nope, babysit. That's what you do. Babysit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
I
Okay,
ended up
so
with a love child, but it worked out in the end because she's closer to the family than the regular kids.
yeah, sometimes the side chicks and the exes are closer to the family than the wives. I'm not speaking about anybody in particular. Just saying.
Mhm.
So, do you guys think we answered the question, Flojo's question? Why do men say they want a family but they really don't? Um, and she says this question was not for her; it was for her sister because Flojo has a beautiful girlfriend. So, why do men say they want families? It's just let's we
Lying
touched
to
on
get the
this.
pussy. Lying to get the
Just to
pussy.
get the ass. That's all. That's why they say it, just to get the ass.
Yeah,
That's all it is. Just lying to get the pussy.
it's amazing that how differently men and women think about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like Everett said, y'all go into it thinking with your
Who the
dick.
fuck is
Who the
Everett?
fuck is Everett?
Oh, I mean Alowishus. My bad. You ain't got to be so
Jeez.
It's hard to think of Alowishus.
No!
What is it? What is it, Deacon? I'll just do that.
But we love you so. We love you so.
My bad.
Okay.
Now, some stalking bitch comes to my house. I have to refer to you.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's fine.
But anyhow.
Okay. Next topic is from Yanni again. Yanni asks, why is it so hard for educated women to find a good man? And I'll say that the answer to that question is in your question. The arrogance of stating that you're educated. Shit. I think the arrogance of saying that you're educated is a barrier. It doesn't make you any different or any better than anybody else.
Yeah.
Shit. Women have the same problems that men have problems. If Alowishus could find a great woman, Alowishus would be married.
I'd be with that bitch right now.
The problem is y'all not up to par.
What's the last? I'm not.
Shout out to Gina Coleman Evans in the cafe. Welcome, Gina. Vanessa. Vanessa,
Yes.
who you talking to? Is that Sharon?
Sharon.
Tell Sharon to come into the cafe.
You
Send her
got
the
room
link.
for?
Huh?
You got room for?
Yeah, give her the number. Text her the number or something.
Can you call in?
If Gina calls in, it'll be a class reunion. All right. So let me reset the show. Ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned into the Lonely Hearts Cafe. The Lonely Hearts Cafe is our weekly advice show where women, typically women, but sometimes the fellas, ask for advice on relationships, and myself and the Honorable Deacon Alowishus Everlove give advice to the listeners. Today we are joined on the line by Vanessa out of Selma, Alabama, and we have a chat room full of people. We have Ronnie from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We have Georgia Girl from ATL, Spicy from the ATL, the sports governor Vince Wright from Minnesota, Yolanda from Shreveport, Louisiana. JP is from Canada. JP, post some questions out there, some relationship questions. We'll read them and talk about them on the air. We talked about Ronnie, so we've got a whole group of people. So we thank everybody. Kesey joining us out of Atlanta. We thank everybody for joining us tonight in the cafe. So Gina, welcome. Gina's first time here with us. So the question is, why is it so hard for educated women to find a good man? And Rough Buff, welcome Rough Buff. Rough, tell us where you're from. First time listener and first time contributor to the show. Thank you for joining us. Buff says, are you really educated if you can't find what you're looking for, or are you just book smart? Woo! Good point. Rough Buff, an educated person is not always a good researcher.
True.
Honorable Deacon, what's your thought on this topic?
Her standards for a man may be too high for her particular area. And she may be going to the wrong places, the wrong circle of friends.
Where's a good place
There
to
could be a lot
meet
of different variables.
Where's a good place for a woman to meet a man these days?
You know, but technically, if it's meant to be, it's going to be either way. He could be walking down the street in front of her house. She could fall in front of him, you know. Things like that happen, I guess. But the place, I don't know. Generally, I would say grocery stores. Laundry,
Yep.
I don't really
Everybody's got to go there.
But, yeah, grocery stores. And you see what the person craves. If those things don't get on your nerves or aren't what you desire, then it may be the wrong person. If you're going to twitch every time they put mayonnaise on their sandwiches, then she might be the wrong person for you, you know.
Ronnie says that the good place to meet a man is Burger King, but, you know, it depends because that's the only place African-American men work in her town. I'll say that.
Oh, well, damn. I haven't gone. The last time I went to Burger King, this guy that was cooking, or some chick, bit half of the sandwich, put like Thousand Island dressing on it, and smiled at me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So that was like my last time going there. You know, I don't know what type of flirtatious thing that was, but I don't dig that. So fuck Burger King and they mama. How about that one?
Ronnie says, well, they got to eat, but Honorable Deacon said the grocery store also. So the grocery store is a healthier place. You know, they sell kale there. We got to welcome Thorny Switch. Thorny Switch has joined us. Thorny Switch out of Georgia has joined us in the chat room. Welcome, Thorny. Okay. And let's see. Thorny, if a man wanted to meet you, where would he? Ronnie says that not one African American man works in BK here. Not one black man works in BK here.